Hello, hi guys. My name is Sarvansh and thank you for watching my Intune tutorial videos. So today's video we are going to talk about the package deployment troubleshooting in deep dive. So we're going to learn how we can troubleshoot our the package deployment in Intune. So let me start this video now. So agenda of this video is like first point we're going to cover up and we're trying to understand the flow behind processing of the Win32 app. So when you deploy any application from Intune, how exactly the data flow is working in the backend, how the Intune is processing the data. So that part we are going to cover up by helping of a flow chart. Then next point will be deploy the app on the device. So we'll deploy a application to the end user device and then we'll see it how it working on the end user device. Then the next point is logs reading deep dive. So we'll try to understand the logs in deep dive, how the logs is writing, and what are the information we can gather from the logs file. Then we'll try to understand the content and the metadata, how the content is downloaded or where it getting downloaded in the end user device and the metadata. Then we'll talk about the detailed flow in IME logs. So then we'll try to understand the flow of this IME logs. Then a registry key, we'll try to understand what are the registry keys going to help us to troubleshoot our the package deployment. And then check the troubleshooting in the Intune of the user deployment. So we can check few of the troubleshooting steps from the Intune console as well. And then the final check app status. After deploying this and after going through all these steps, what is the final status of this application? Okay, so let me go first uh, about my chart to understand this part is understand the flow behind the processing of a Intune of a Win32 app. So let me open the VGO chart. So this chart I have created to understand the flow behind the package deployment. So here, first of all, what is that? The install Win32 app is deployed, IME is installed, and the IME polls every 60 minutes. So it's what is trying to say here. First, we'll deploy the Win32 app on your the end user device. Then it will check whether the IME is installed or not, and that IME polls. I can say that that's heartbeat you can call, or the sync device sync interval time you can say that is the every 60 minutes. So your end user device is connecting with the Intune in every 60 minutes. And guys, here is the details so you can read it one by one parallelly. If you need the more information, the app is deployed to Intune user IMSC installed on the device. As soon you deployed the first time your app, then your IME will install on the device. Okay, so IME initiate and run it's the check. What are the checks is going to do it? It's in the side with the description. IME initiate and check for the S mode content manager. Notes the device ID or OS version. IME IME impersonate the user and the fetch the token key. So initially when you deploy the device, then it will install the IME and the poll it will set the 60 minute. Then IME is initiated and run the checks. Then the policy reach to the device. After this the policy will reach to the device, and how it is check the IME logs with the get policy. If you want to check the policy, you can go and just search with the content as get policy and the app ID. So you can see the parts of the policy is .xml file, and you can see the setting configured by the admin. So in this part you can cover up all those things. What next? Next is dependencies shared checked for the discovered app. Then your client is going to check the dependencies checks to the discovered app. So IME checks whether the discovered app is dependent on the any other app as per the policy or not. Then it will move it to the next step. Detection rule is checked. So first it will check the dependencies, then it will check the detection rule, and then it will move it to the next is applicability and the requirement rule are evaluated or not. And then it will go to the IME start the app package download, and then IME validate, decrypt, and the unzip the package. So let's understand it something more. The download file, move it to the staging folder. That I will be showing you where is the staging folder and how it staging that your package. IME checks whether the package is safe and signed with the same hash or not. Then the package is decrypted, unzipped, and move it to the stage folder. So after this process, what will happen? It will be app installation is start and the command are executed. So IME is set the time and the app installation is start, and then the installation directory is set. Then installation finished and the IME monitor the exit code. So IME match the exit code with the value set in the policy. So when you are deploying the any application, then you need to set your the exit code. So once your installation finish, then IME monitor the exit code and it will match with the what you set in your Intune console. Then IME checks the device restart behavior and the detection rule again. So after installation, it will check whether the restart is required after this application installation or not. That how it going to check? IME determines whether the device need a reboot as per the exit code, and IME detect whether the application installation was successfully by evaluating the detection method. Now after this, IME checks the device restart behavior and the detection rule again. Okay, so after this, IME set the compliance state message and send it the result to your the Intune services. The status of the app installation is reported to the Intune services and toast message displayed status to the end user device. So that's how guys this data is processing in the background and how the Intune is performing it app deployment step by step. So let us move it again back to our PPT and we'll go to the next step. Now, so the agenda we covered up. Now let us move it to the next. Understand the logs on the end user device. So I will show you where is the logs in the Intune device. Will be login in a test device and there will see all these steps practically. So Intune logs path will be in the program data, Microsoft Intune management extension, and inside the logs file. So here are you can see these are the logs will be available. So but for the Intune troubleshooting, we have three types of logs. One is agent executor.log. This logs track the PowerShell script execution deployed by the Intune. So if you are deploying any of the PowerShell script with the Intune, so you need to check this agent executor log. Then client health. This log file track the sidecar agent client health activities. So it will give you the client health activities details. Then third log is very important, which is used mostly this log is used. Intune management extension.log. So the IME logs that track all the flow that is in started the following steps. Like whatever you are doing, like you deploy the application from your Intune and it reach to the your the end user device, then from the starting, so getting the policy, downloading the package, then installing, then sending the exit code to exit code and the status to the Intune. So everything is tracked by the Intune management extension logs. Now, apart from this, understand the content and the metadata. So where your the content and the metadata is containing. Yeah. So Intune download folders. So here is a another path. C drive program x86 32-bit is the Intune extension and the content. So inside this you can see in this detection script. If you deployed any of the script, it will move it to the detection script, incoming folder and the staging. Then we have a one more folder inside the C drive Windows IME cache, and that you can see in it here. So what is use of this incoming and the staging folder? When your package deployed to the end user device, and then it will decrypt that package and it will unzip that package, so it will move it to the stage, and once it done, then it will move it to the incoming folder. So here I don't have anything, but when you are doing in the production, because recently I built my lab, so I don't have much data in the IME cache. Now let us understand the registry key. So registry key for the MSI application. Once you go on this path, you can get the more detail about your the application, the MSI application. So current download URL you can see in it here. The download URL, enforcement retry policy, how many time it's retry, the retry index, retry interval, and the enforcement start time, it's the hash value you need to convert it, and the enforcement time, and the finally status is here, like the what is the finally status, that is the 70 exit code. So now let us understand the exit code. So MSI deployed exit code. What are the exit code will be? We can see in the registry key that I shows you here. The status code is 70. What is the meaning of the 70? So we can see in it 70 is the successfully installed or uninstalled. That means is your task, your process, or your the deployment is executed as per your expectation. Then if it is a 10, then it is initialized, 20 is download in progress, 25 is pending download retry, then the download failed, then these. So you can read this or you can take a screenshot for this. Now let us understand the registry key for the Win32 app deployment. When you deploy any app via the Win32, where the logs file is generating. So this is not logs file, sorry, this is the registry key. So you can go to this registry key here and you can check this path. So I will be showing you everything in the live in my lab. So registry key for the inventory. Now we're going to check the inventory. Inventory in the sense is when your client is doing any of the scanning, what are the applications are available in your machine on your device, then what are the name of that, or like as you can see in it, the Microsoft is update is the version is this, so it will send the inventory details to the your Intune console. So from there you can track down all those things. Now here is a about the IME services. IME in the sense Intune management extension. So that Intune services we called Intune management extension services. So this is the service named, you can check in your the services. If you restarted this, then everything will be restart. Now let us understand the log inside, how we can check the logs file, or how we can understand where I need to track my the application reboot policies or the other stuff, everything. So these are not the complete logs detail, these are like a hashtag inside your the logs. So easily you can understand how we can read our logs, or how we can understand these logs with the help of these hashtags. So Win32 app to track all these detail about your the app deployment. So mostly time, more time we are going to utilize this log. app inventory to get the app inventory details for the all apps, like what are the inventories we have about the apps. App status message to track the app status. What are the app status service to track the server, sorry, the not the server, it's the desktop or the end user device start and the stop service. To get the policy, whether your devices get the policy or not, you can check with the hashtag the policy. A report manager will provide you the old and the new status of the app. A reboot coordinator, you can check when your machine was rebooted last time. And the PowerShell, so we'll provide the PowerShell deployment status. So these are the few hashtags, guys. Just make it remember, these hashtag is going to, or these tags are going to help us to understand about the logs file. Now let us move it to the practical lab. Now I am with the device. This is what the test device I have, and I log in the logs file. As I told you, I explained you where all these logs files are available, so it should not be confusing. Let me go back again and shows you. So we need to go here, program data, and then Microsoft and Intune management extension, and here the logs we can check. So we're going to work on this log, Intune management extension. Let me open this first. Okay, now so one part is done. Now let me go to the Intune, and here I have this okay. Under the apps, I already deployed the app. And how you can create or deploy the app, I create a separate video, so you can go to in the Intune tutorial list, and you can find out the video how you can create and deploy the application. So let me show you what I did. So here is this is what the app, and it's for the notepad 8.1.2, and these all the settings, and it is applied to the test device. Let me go to the test device now and open the company portal. So here I deployed two apps. One is 8.1.2 and one is 8.1.3. Okay, so now let me click here and start the installation to understand how this logs will be changing or how it's gathering the information. Okay, so go back here and just click here and open the logs, so we can see in the live update how the logs are updating here. So once you click here, it automatically it will start downloading or it will do its task. So here is the pop-up downloading and installing the software npp.8.1.2. And once it's done, then again we'll be getting a one more pop-up here. I set up the pop-up to show you guys how the pop-ups will be populating here. So let us go here, and from where it started, it was started 8:29. Why it is not started? Okay, so let us read by one. So status services, got the app, and let me go to the Win32 first. Let us complete it, then we can read it well, the logs. Okay, so here is the distribution in tune is the npp was installed successfully. So this application is installed well in our machine, and now let us read and understand one by one what exactly was happened in our logs file. So this is a very big log list, Now let us open our this part and try to understand what exactly happened. So now go here and inside the tool, filter the logs in 32, put the some date, old date is like I can put it before 1 hour, or just let it put it before the 30 10 15 minutes. So I can put it 25, and here is after. So after this time period, I'm going to track the logs. Okay, so now I can get the logs here. No, it's not filter well. Filter is equal to this is after this logs, after this time. No, it's PM, it should be AM, it should be 4, and it should be 25. Okay, we are good now. Not sure why it is not filtering well, but let me close this log and let us open it again. So it will remove all the filters. Okay, now go back to before some time, like on the 28 or 29, somewhere we started here. Okay, 29. Okay, so like the start app Win32 resolving the app map data, it's got the two app initially. As you seen it here, it was the two apps. So it detected the two apps are available in our Intune console. It's loading. Okay, it's came. So two apps are available in our Intune console, that is shows here, and then the two app filtering, and then it is zero of the dependency. There is a no dependency of this app. So once you deployed it, you can read it well thoroughly about this Win32 app, logical the globally app setting, this part, and it got started here. Then again, it is like the previous year evaluation check-in this time. So it will do the many things, and you need to read it for all those things. So check the under this path, and our checking on this path is false somewhere because I was deployed this application earlier than I rerun it. That's why it's showing this message. Then here it's showing the service status, returning the install status unknown. The compliance status is 2. We can ignore this part and let us go with the here the app 32 step is download. So here if you read, the download is started for this application. So it will detect your OS. Then this is the tag is different, environment help will detect your the OS version and all. Then if you go down, here is the like status services, that will give you the some of the details about the downloading app, which app is getting download, then the sending download progress to the status service publisher, and then it is all about to download your app. I forgot to mention this tag in the my the document, so you can make a note. The status service will give you the status of this downloading the apps. So once it downloaded, download a report to the user via the callback. Once it downloaded, then what is happening? The file has validation. It will validate the file has. Then decryption is done successfully. It will decrypt the file, and do mode content is deployed. Then downloaded file size is this much, and downloaded file time is this much. It's taken it's in a millisecond. Start unzip. So then it will start the unzip file, then unzipping this, and finally it's got the command line. So step install behavior Win32 app install command line. So this command line we have set up in our Intune console. So if you want to see it, you can go here and can validate this command. So if this command is not correct, then your installation going to fail. So it took this command and it set the directory from where it's getting installed. So it's getting installed from this IME cache. Let me go to this folder. C drive, Windows, and the IME cache. So here is no data. Why? Because it already processed. So process is complete. That's why it's not showing. If you want to see it now, then you need to go the program file x86 micros Intune extension content and the incoming folder you can see in it here. So date is showing the different. Why? Because it was already downloaded. And staging here is nothing because it's already done its process. So this data you can check when the data is getting pro, processed, or if you want to check it's already what was the downloaded, so you can get it from here. This is the hash value for that. Now once it done the launch the application installation in the machine. So last error exit code 0 created, and this is the create installer process. So now it's create the process to install this application. This is the process ID generated to install this application. And now installation is done and collect the result, and it's showing the IP exit code 0. So finally this app is installed, and you can check if the IP exit code is defined as the success. So when we deploy this application, so we set up the exit code here, where I can say here. So then it will match this 0 is matched with the success or not. If you modify this, then it will print the value according to your exit code what you define in Intune. So it is like exit code defined as the success. Now, finally, it will submit these details to your Intune console, and then you can check out there. So here it's submitting the toast messages to here. So this message was pop up to you here. Okay, guys, so that's how it was like the completely it's done, and finally it sent the inventory. Okay, so let me show you the how Intune is collecting the inventory. So I need to go with the services, and here is a Microsoft Intune management extension. Let me restart this. Then it will refresh the all the data. It will check all the policies. It will do all the steps from starting to end. So here after running this, we can get the logs about the inventory as well. So just I want to show you how you can check your the inventory details. Location services. Okay, so we are here. Like after restart this, it will, as I told, it will check the policy. It will do all the evolution again. So a Win32 app inventory, it will collect all these inventory again. So here if you seen, it's the notepad also came here, but if you go the last inventory, it was not there. So whenever you installed it, and after this inventory it will collect and it will send it to the Intune console. So this app is available now within your machine. So now let us go with the add and remove, and let me refresh this console to validate whether our app is installed or not. App, where it went? I can't see it. Why? Wait, I am getting confused. Okay, so Notepad is here 8.8.1.2, and it was installed today. So that app was installed, and it is comes under your the inventory. That means is you can check this application status in your Intune console now. So you can see in the success status in your Intune console. Okay, so about the registry part which we was talking in our PPT. So we have like two types of registry here. Let me close and reopen this so data will refresh now. So here in the enterprise desktop, if we have any of the MSI deployed, so it will give you the details like the current download URL, but this is different because it was not a MSI what we deployed, it was exe. Then status code you can check, and if you deployed any of the MSI you can go here. Let us go with the another logs is another registry key about the Intune management extension. Anyway, if you checked all those things in the logs file, then no need to go with the registry. Just I'm explaining you what are the registry key will be available in the our for the Intune. So as I showed you the inventory was generated for this Microsoft Edge runtime Edge notepad. So this is the our notepad is there. So install dot it's showing 11101. So it's not detecting the exact date. Not sure why. It should be like the today's date when it was installed, and it was not showing the correct detail for all. Okay, so this inventory you can check out it from here. It's showing the same date for all. But let me check out if there is any problem. Now let us go with the Intune Win32 app here. This will shows you the hash value, but you need to again, if you want to understand the registry key, you have to take this value, go to the logs and find out this value is related to which app, and like this app. I'm searching one more logs. So if I can show you eCar, the master version, metadata, state servicing report. Okay, so guys, you can just try to understand this registry key, logs, and the flow what I explain you. So guys, thank you for watching this video. Making this video, it's really taking a lot time, more than a week to collect this data for you guys. So guys, please do subscribe my channel and like this video. So guys, thank you so much. See you soon in my next video.